So this year, and like previous years, Apple sell their new lineup of the iPhone 15 Pro, the iPhone 15 Pro Max, the 15, the 15 Plus, last year's iPhone 14, like we've got right here. But the question is, why have they stopped selling the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max? Well, today I'm going to try my best to answer this question for you. So every year, Apple just do the same trick year in, year out. The Pro models disappear. So like I said, the 14 Pro Max disappears, and we do get the new Pro and Pro Max models like the 15 Pro Max I have here, but there's just nothing of it. Last year, for example, when the 14 Pro Max and the 14 Pro came out, all we had for sale was the 13, the 12, and that was it. You could not actually buy the actual sort of 13 Pro Max, the 13 Pro, the 12 Pro Max, or the 12 Pro. You couldn't do it that year, and this year is exactly the same. You just cannot buy yourself an older Pro model. So why is this the case? Well, I think the first question we've actually got to ask is, who is the Pro and the Pro Max for? Well, these phones are basically the best of the best. So the iPhone 14 Pro and the iPhone 14 Pro Max was Apple's best iPhone they've ever made. All their love and care has been put completely into that. And then this year they bettered it by making the 15 Pro and the 15 Pro Max same again, put all their love, all their effort into it, and they want you to buy the best iPhone you can get. And that's the thing, if you're a Pro user, that's what you'll want to buy. You'll want to buy generally the best iPhone you can get for the Pro kind of sort of features and techniques, and also for the money. And Apple know this. Now, don't get me wrong, there are going to be some of you people out there who are watching this video who are going to yourself, oh, well, the thing is though, Matt, I was waiting for the iPhone 15 Pro Max to come out, so the iPhone 14 Pro Max would go down in price. So that's what I was planning on doing, and there are some around that I can buy right now. Well, that is entirely true, but obviously the stock is running out now. Apple are just not making these phones anymore. And that leads me on to the reason why they're not making these phones anymore, the 14 Pro Max, and it's because of this phone that you see right here. This here is the iPhone 15 Plus. Now, basically, it's a very similar phone to the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and just hold your horses there, let me finish and tell you why. It has the same chipset from last year. It has the same 48 megapixel inside it too, and it also has the same buttons, functionality, and it also has a better battery life than the iPhone 14 Pro Max that we got last year as well. That also, we've got USB-C, so we've actually got some extra features here. Now, obviously, like the iPhone 14 Pro Max, it does have inside it the likes of, say, the telephoto lens, and also has the LiDAR sensor. And this gives you a 3x zoom and a bit more sharpness and things like this. But recently I made a video and I showed you the comparisons of the iPhone 15 Plus and the iPhone 14 Pro Max, and we actually saw that pictures were very similar and things like this. So it really kind of caught up, and that's the point what Apple are trying to make out. There's no point in buying yourself, say, a 14 Pro Max, because the 15 Plus can basically do that. And if you do want something better than the 14 Pro Max and something better than the 15 Plus, well, don't bother with that. Get yourself an iPhone 15 Pro Max. And this is one of the first reasons why Apple do this. This is why they abandoned last year's Pro Max, because they put most of the effort into their Plus. Now, again, I'll mention things like ProMotion. Obviously, that is in the 14 Pro Max. It's not in this one, and you've got 60 Hz display. Like I said, that telephotos can go up to 3x zoom. But do remember, this has got a 48 megapixel and can also take pictures at 24 megapixels. And you can zoom in at 3x zoom and get pictures at that kind of quality, sort of cropping in. Whereas this one here, you can only get 12 megapixels at 3x zoom. So, you know, it swings and roundabouts here. You're going to get something very, very similar. That as well, that the sort of the feel of this phone is a bit more comfier and things like this. And like I said, guys, apart from maybe ProMotion and maybe possibly that dedicated version of basically the telephoto inside this phone, there isn't too much in it. And like I said, you are getting that upgrade with USB-C over Lightning that you see right here. So I think we've established then why the iPhone 14 Pro Max doesn't exist anymore, and why we've got the iPhone 15 Plus, and the ability that if you're not happy with that, Apple wants you not to buy last year's 14 Pro Max and basically not buy yourself, say, the Plus. They want you to buy the 15 Pro Max instead. But then that leaves the big question then. why does the likes of the iPhone 14 and the iPhone 14 Plus still exist right now? Well, that is for a very small majority of people. There are some people out there who actually want to buy last year's model. They consider it to be cheaper and things like this. And like I said, Apple realized this and they know that they can sell this phone cheaper. When we get to Black Friday, the iPhone 14 will probably have some deals on the Apple website. Also, if you want to buy it in contracts and things like this, it probably will also end up to be cheaper too. And Apple know this. It's the same reason why they also still sell the iPhone 13. And if you have a look at this chart right here, you can see obviously from the last year that with the iPhone 14s and the iPhone 13s, the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the iPhone 14 Pros, they were the best-selling iPhones, and then after that, the next best-sellings were the normal 14 and then the 14 Plus, but then behind that was the normal iPhone 13, what they were still selling, and then obviously the iPhone 12 too, and it's a very small majority. So Apple still make it for those people who are not that bothered to have, say for example, that full newest and latest flagship phones. They are bothered that they can get still last year's model at a cheaper price, and this is why people actually volunteer to buy themselves, say, an iPhone 14 normal like I got here, or the iPhone 14 Plus, or even say that iPhone 13. And Apple knows in their strategy that if you want something newer, well, don't worry, we've got the iPhone 15 option, and if that's not good enough for you, well, don't worry, we'll push you up again. Go and get the Pro option that you can see right here. Now, one thing I will mention again is with the iPhone 14 Pro Max and the 14 Pro. Funny enough, if you go onto Apple's Refurbished page right now on their website, you can't see any. You can see the older iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. They are available, but don't expect any of the refurbished 14 Pros and 14 Pro Max to come available probably for about at least another 6 months. And the question why behind that is, again, it's Apple. It's their strategy to make sure that you buy one of these instead, or you buy one of these instead. They don't want you to get yourself last year's Pro Max. They want you to either get the newest Pro Max, they either want you to go behind and get yourself a 14, or they either want you to get yourself a normal new 15 or 15 Plus. And like I said, it's all part of their strategy behind this. Now, don't get me wrong again, you can still probably walk into many shops at the time of making this video. You can probably pick yourself up an iPhone 14 Pro and iPhone 14 Pro Max. But what I would say with that is obviously you're going to have to hurry up because stocks levels are going to be going lower. Apple are not making these phones anymore, and soon, before you know it, to get one of these phones brand new or even refurbished, you're either going to have to go onto eBay or, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, all of those sort of places to get yourself a pre-owned one. Or, like I said, you're going to have to wait basically 6 months or so until Apple starts selling these as refurbished on their website. And then by that point, it's going to be the question of, well, you might as well just wait around a bit longer for the iPhone 16 models. And then you may buy yourself a normal iPhone 15 or 15 Plus, because it'll probably be about the same price as an iPhone 14 Pro Max by that point. So it's up to you on that. And with that, I hope the guide has been helpful why Apple still continue to sell the iPhone 14, the 14 Plus, but yet they've stopped selling the iPhone 14 Pro Max and also the iPhone 14 Pro. And if you have enjoyed watching this video, guys, please make sure that you press the like button, and also if you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.